long time since I recorded a video, bro. It's been like 2 weeks, 3. I don't fucking know. I've been struggling to record, bro. I had no motivation to edit. That until Dawn video I got out, bro. I had no motivation to record that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Or edit that shit, my guy. It took me at least 4 or 5 days to start to edit that shit. But I'm back. Today we're playing the Stanley Parable. Horrible. Whatever the fuck it is. My girlfriend recommended me this game last night. And it seemed interesting, I ain't gonna lie. It seemed interesting. You know, I'm coming back to the channel, I'm easing my way back in. Ain't gonna rush nothing. But this is the first game we're playing, and then after this, maybe until Don got a war, I may even throw some Tomb Raider in there. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm easing my way in. Easing my way back in. But let's just get straight to it. Oh shit, I should turn on fucking subtitles in the settings. Y'all know I like subtitles. Y'all fuck with subtitles.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others
just
might have
touched the
considered
keyboard
it
like this.
soul-lending, Stanley relished every
keep looking
moment
this way.
that the
Camera's
orders
right.
came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Fuck? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this narrator gonna be the whole here this whole time? Oh yeah, this narrator is gonna be a problem.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh really, narrator? Thanks, man. Damn, there's literally like nobody in this bitch. I'm literally isolated all by myself. Open doors. Door locked. The fuck? Okay, interesting. Bro, I'm literally in this bitch by myself. This shit looks
When
backwards.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why would I listen to you? I'm going to my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, nigga, I just wanted to go, just to go.
Yes,
And it's
truly
empty.
a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in everything. Thanks, man.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bitch, there ain't no door on my left. This nigga is dumb. Oh. Narrator. I hope you know I'm not listening.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Nah, I'm just not listening. Just not to listen to you, bitch.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who the fuck is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Hell no. Why's that room so dark? Am I about to get jump scared, bro? This ain't no scary game, right? Last time I checked. I don't know what's it. What the fuck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Nah. Whoop, I got no choice. Damn, that shit break. Fucking flashbang. Look at my face, bro. What the fuck? Where the
Oh,
fuck?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Really, my nigga?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
You're a dick.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? I died? Good morning, employee 427. Press enter if you work.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He
Wow.
has a job that demands nothing of him, and
Wow.
every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Thanks, dickhead.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Wow. Wow. This narrator is the fucking asshole.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further.
I ain't got no
He
friends.
imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head
What
he
the fuck?
relived
My
it
job
again,
is
and then
slowly
again,
coming back.
and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can
Bro,
never
the
be
more I press the button, the
anything
more
but
my
an
job comes
observer.
back. What the
That
fuck?
as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, The next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Still no listening, you bitch.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Ew.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Did I just die? Like, actually? What the fuck? Oh, wow. Alright. I guess
All of his
that's one
co-workers
ending.
were gone.
Shut up,
What could
narrator.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Shut
room.
up, narrator.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That narrator already pissing me off. Alright, last time we went through the right door.
When
Let's go to the
Stanley
left, like
came
you
to a
said.
set of 2 open
Shut up.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I can't believe like I got a fucking narrator in my fucking ear.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
Chris
to
up
his
the
boss's
room.
office, hoping
Hire
he might
someone
find an
to-
answer there.
Surgeonized papers. Papers are too surgeonized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on topic. Interesting. What do people want? Stock market. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Well, no shit. I have a fucking narrator in my ear. And open the broom closet. Nice.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
How far they give me the option?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah. Downstairs I go.
But
Not a
Stanley
fucking
just
car.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Hey, bro.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley
What
said to
the
himself,
fuck?
this is all too strange. This
Am I
can't
in
be
an
real.
infinite loop?
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm
This
dreaming!
nigga just put me in an infinite loop.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a
What
relief
the
Stanley felt
fuck?
to have finally
That
found
nigga
an
got me in
answer,
an infinite
an
loop, bro.
explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose
What in
his
the
job.
fuck is going
he
on?
wasn't crazy after all.
Oh my god,
He
this
thought to
nigga
himself,
actually got
I
me in an
suppose
infinite
I'll
loop.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back
I didn't know
to
this
my
nigga was
boring
fucking
real-life
Itachi, bro.
job
Nigga
pushing
hit me with a
buttons.
Jinju.
反撃を車輪が
I
What
may
the
as well
fuck?
enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
What
he
the
imagined himself
fuck?
flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What
Then
the
he
fuck?
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
Nigga,
perhaps
wherever
the
you flying?
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I'm asking
Now
myself the
the
same
voice was
thing. My name
describing
is
itself
Stanley.
being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How
Wait,
could
what?
it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for
Guys, I know I'm walking in an
Stanley
infinite
is
groove
as
right now,
awake
but I'm
right
I'm,
now
I'm trying to
as
break
he's
this
ever
fucking
been in
curse.
his life.
And it's
Now,
stupid
hearing
ass
the voice
narrators
speak
in my
those
head.
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed
Oh
his
yeah, I
eyes
am not in
gently,
control. What the
and he
fuck?
invited himself to wake up.
Nigga.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his
I'm about
back,
to wake up right back in the office,
the
aren't I?
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
This nigga is
Let
still
me go
narrating
back
my
to my
life.
job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I
ain't
want
say
my
that shit.
apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope, still stuck in this infinite fucking loop.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Where's my
I must be
screwdriver?
real. I must
Really
be. Can
chase.
anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she
Do I
thought to
just
herself
die in
how
all these
lucky she
endings?
was
This is
to
the
be
second time I just
normal.
died.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Nigga, this is the second time I just fucking died. Hold up, bro. This nigga Stanley is all fucked up. Nigga just can't survive.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah. We know. All my coworkers are
Stanley
fucking
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
gone. What the fuck? I didn't know I can close the doors on myself. Alright. Just try to listen to the narrator as best we
When
can. I'm
Stanley
hard-headed. I
came
like
to a
listening
set
to
of two
listen
open
to people.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shut up, narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
If you're not
Stanley
getting
decided to
talk
go up
less,
to his
you know,
boss's office,
believe me,
hoping he
amazing
might
work.
find
Okay.
an answer there.
I was reading that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, this fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? Ooh, this is real fancy. Nice. This is real beautiful. Why the fuck we get the raggedy ass rooms? What is over here? Oh, I like this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Look at the camera right
What he
there.
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
What
happened
in
to
the
input
fuck?
the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Nigga, you
opened
told me.
passageway.
What in the fuck is going on in here? Secret operation shit. The fuck am I, Leon kidding me in the story? Where the fuck am I going? Umbrella? Maybe on my goddamn narrator in my goddamn head got the goddamn secrets. What if the narrator is the goddamn boss? Nigga got cheats and shit. How the fuck you gonna tell me? I don't know what the fuck going on. I done died twice. The damn narrator making me feel crazy. I don't know if I'm a dream or reality.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Bro, I gotta be an umbrella.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Mind
door
control
that
facility?
read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Of course I would meet my violent death. I done died like
The
2
door
times
behind him
already.
was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I ain't gonna die, nigga. Peace out, nigga. Oh shit. What the fuck? I'm just doing shit, but this game is fun. Like, I love the narrator, how the narrator has like different interactions if you do something differently. I done died 3 times. I done killed Stanley at least 3 times. I'm still going.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
So this is how I'm
Trapped
gonna go
forever
up.
in his narrow vision of what this world is.
I'm
Perhaps
just gonna
his
get
death
smashed.
was of no great loss, like plucking
Not like
the
that.
eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, GG's, cruel world. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
The fuck?
And yet it would be just a few
Who the fuck
minutes
is that
before
guy?
Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Did I just want to
When
see the
every
ending?
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Did I just want a secret ending? Or is this like the actual ending? What the fuck is going on? Underground. Early versions of the underground portion of the game.
Then he pushed the number 4. Stanley pushed the number 6.
Did I find the ending? Boss office. Okay. Office clock. Where in the fuck? Freedom ending. Monitor room. Freedom ending. Countdown ending. Exit. What the fuck? How many endings is it in this fucking game? Stanley's office. Okay. Just multiple different endings in this fucking game. The lounge. Whoa, I think I found the main ending. Warzone? Maintenance room. Alright, I guess I found the main ending. The narrator's not in my ear anymore, so I guess we just gonna head out. Alright, game. I'll head out.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No, like I can't see.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Remember we
But
get jump
listen
scared?
to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
God damn it.
Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
Excuse me!
All right. That was an interesting way. What the? I- They showed me the secret ending room, and what the fuck? What- My screen is black, so I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. Did I break the game? I'm still in the game. Am I gonna respawn back in the office? Anything? No? Okay. I know there's more endings. I'm gonna stop it right here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.